Welcome to Indy's Real Estate Gurus, your ultimate guide to the dynamic world of real estate in Indiana. And I'm Rick Ripma, your hardworking mortgage guy, and I've been in real estate and mortgages for over 24 years.
And I'm Ian Arnold, a loan officer on Rick's hardworking mortgage team, and we are both with Advisors Mortgage Group. Together, we'll empower you with expert advice, market trends, and successful stories from guru realtors and local experts.
Whether you're a homeowner, investor, or pro, join us as we navigate the thriving Indy real estate market.
Now get ready to unlock the doors of success, one episode at a time.
We're really excited today. We have Sunny, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce your last name. How do you pronounce your last name, Sunny?
Shuai.
Shuai.
Yes. Has to be quick. Shuai.
Shuai. Yeah, that's the key.
Yes.
You know, I found also if you say something where they can't understand it, it's another way to mispronounce something where nobody knows what it is.
Yes.
You know, it's how I write.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very smart. And you're with FC Tucker.
Yes, I am.
We're excited to have you here. You have a very interesting story. You've got your past and how you've come along and the phenomenal job you do. It's just really interesting. So we're really looking forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. So let's start with what you did before real estate. Like, where'd you grow up? You know, all the businesses that you owned, you know, where'd you go to school, those kind of things.
So I grew up in Shanghai. I went to Shanghai University, graduated there, and then I worked for a developer there after I graduated from the college for years. I was the office manager. And then after I finished, somehow I decided, you know, when you're a single child, your parents are over you, you want some freedom and then some space. I decided to come to the United States. I came here with my then ex-husband. So I start to, take classes at IUPUI. I graduated from IUPUI, major in accounting, but I don't think I like to deal with numbers all day long. So I thought, since I work in a restaurant for a little bit, and it's a good idea to open a restaurant. So I decided to open a delivery carry-out restaurant after that. I owned it for 5 years. I never thought I have to learn at least how to cook a little bit when you own a restaurant. Oh, I speak English. I know how to do my numbers. I can do this, but it would just be overwhelming because I worked 13, 12 hours a day and then 7 days a week for 5 years. And then until I had armed robbery in 2014, I was at gunpoint to say, no, it's time to quit.
So they actually had you at gunpoint?
Yes, gunpoint. And then, so fortunately, my lease was expired in 2015. And then while I had the restaurant, I was right next to MI Homes. So they offered me to be their contractor. So I owned a construction cleaning business for 3 years. It was brand new to me. And I approached it to a lady who worked for a company for a long time. I can clean for free for them, and then she agreed. So I basically shadowed her for a month, and I started my own business. It was from restaurant to construction building business. It's easy in some way, not easy in some way, because I don't have to pay bills all day long, which is great. But then I still have to struggling with finding a reliable worker. So it's, when you have a small business. So after 3 years, I decided, my parents is getting older, and I never had a chance to go home to visit them as often as I want to. And I have no brother and sister, so I decided it's time to switch another career. So I jumped into real estate, get licensed, pass one shot, and then I started my real estate career with FC Tucker.
Well, congratulations passing in one shot.
Thanks.
That's not easy. I mean, there's so many people that it takes multiple times and many times.
Yeah. Thank you. It wasn't easy at all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So moving from Shanghai to the U.S., did that work on getting your parents not hovering over you?
You know what? When my mother's young, she's very open, and she actually really want me to do the things I want to do. She don't want to be someone to tell me what to do. Although she missed me dearly, I knew that. I should have called her more often, but sometimes when I was too busy, it's just really hard. But I think my parents is getting older now. They start to get a little bit needy. The needy means they need your time, more attention. So I think, the real estate is a good spot for me right now. I spent 2.5 months in China with my mother. So it's great.
Yeah. So you got going in real estate, and you've done phenomenally well. And real estate is not easy to get going in. Mm-hmm. So how did you get going? What did you do? What kind of processes did you have? How did you do it?
it's when I first started, I got a training. So everybody say, hey, you need to start with your relatives. I have no relatives in this country. I'm all by myself. And also people say, hey, go work on your friends. Unfortunately, when you work 12, 13 hours a day, you basically don't have any friends. Yeah, I don't social, so I work all the time. So the first year, I sold 2 houses. And I told myself I have to be patient. And I am patient at that time. So, and then the second year, what I did, I started to use my time. If I don't get any business, I work on my CRM, work on a software, because I had plenty of time at that time.
Right.
Also, I did a lot of volunteer works for people, because I think to keep myself positive, I want to be motivated. So I did a lot of volunteer job at that time. I joined a lot of different organizations. When I felt negative, I just, do volunteer work for them. So that helped me. And then the second year, I think I did 2 million. I did a lot of floor time, because I know when you have that's a good way for me to generate leads at that time. And also, basically, I work all the time. I always train every day is my first day. That's how I made it.
Yeah.
So I think what you should have done is also put on your menu at your restaurant, and the last one, buy a house or sell a house. And people be asking, what's that number 12?
But when I was jumping into the construction cleaning business, I didn't know I would become a realtor. Otherwise, I would do that. No, it's probably a really good idea. I knew a lot of people, surprisingly. Everywhere I go, people say, hey, Sonny. But then we don't have those deep level, the conversation or touch, because it's just basically they come here to get food.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, but they know who you are.
Yes.
Yeah, but you did a phenomenal job with really not having any sphere of influence, because one of the things a lot of people talk about is needing that sphere of influence to get going, and you were able to do it. But I think one of the things you said, it resonates with me, because my tagline is the hardworking mortgage guy, right? You work.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of those things that a lot of people who are, not a lot, everybody who's been successful, all the gurus we have on, they work.
Yeah.
They put the time in. Even when you were brand new and learning, you realize the value of working.
Yes.
And putting your CRM, which is your follow-up system, together, and how you keep in touch with the client. That's a huge benefit to have that work ethic.
Yeah, because I think a restaurant helped me a lot, because, I become much tougher after that. And then I am a workaholic, and I work hard, I know. So I'm also patient. I told myself I have to be patient. It's really hard when you first start, because you have no income and you don't know anybody, and it's hard to discipline yourself. There's no one to tell you what to do, and you have to make your own schedule. It is not easy.
No, I know it's not. So where did you start in the real estate business? Was it with FC Tucker?
Yes. I
Okay.
love the company for sure, because, just like I told you, I'm there. They provide us with the trainings almost every week, and I loved it. And I love the office staff there. It makes me feel like it's home. I'm in the office every day from 9 till 6, 7 p.m. If I didn't show up one day, they would email me.
I want to know where you are.
So with everybody, I know a lot of people like to work from home and everything. What does going into the office every single day, what does that, do you think, helps? How does that help you?
I learned a lot. Also, I want to treat this as a real job. I'm the person, if I'm stay home, I actually try to work at home. It's not that I'm not productive. I can be really productive, but I miss all the opportunity to talk to the experienced agent with their transaction, learn from them. So I really like that way. I can learn from other agents through their transaction. I think that's the best way to start a business as a new agent. Learn from other people's experience.
I would fully agree there.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's the one thing a lot of people have lacked since COVID. Now, you do see a bunch of that coming back, where people are coming back to the offices. So I do like to ask this question, and I'm just curious, so housing in the United States is usually different than anywhere else. So I know you were working with builder in Shanghai. Did you see any differences?
Actually, I talked to my cousins, while I was in Shanghai about a real, because, people started buying houses, like even my family. A long time ago, it's impossible, but now everybody changes their houses frequently. So I asked them about the difference, and I also watch some video recorders about how people buying houses from different brokers. I think America has a better, very well developed system. It's transparent, the BLC system. You share it with all boards, and then people will bring you a buyer. I think that's a nice way to represent for your seller. Also, I think that's more like a contract system. When the other agent in, they get their commissions and everything. So I think it's a great way. Also, I think the system is much more thorough and then complete. You have a title company here instead of you relied on the real estate agent to do a title search for you, to go some governments, places. I think if we do different things by different people. Also, in big city, there's no inspection things because it's more like apartment high rise. People don't do inspections there. So I think we have a different system here. But to me, I like the system. Even one of my clients, actually, I have a client. I helped him for rentals in Indiana. So he's a reload from Eli Lilly. He came here. We had all the itinerary ready for him. They set up for him. Then he relocated to Mexico City. So the agent was showed up 2 hours late and with no houses to show, no itineraries. He had to figure out his lunchtime. He had to figure out the house for the realtor. It's complete. So we have the best system here for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting though to hear this how different it is. We had one where it was in South America, and they said that their houses sometimes were on stilts, and said you didn't sell them because sometimes you'd walk back and because it was over the river, and you'd walk back and the house is gone because the river washed it away.
Actually, when in Shanghai, if you show a house, seller has to be presented, which is super awkward. That increases the chance of they kick you out. They do deals behind your back. And they kick the real estate agent out. I think for seller and the buyer not see each other with a reason here. So it's just so different.
It's also uncomfortable to walk through the house when the seller's there,
Yes,
and you can't really open up and talk openly. Yeah, I sold new homes, and even as a new home salesperson, you would leave, and sometimes you'd overhear what they were saying, and they would say things they would never say to you.
I know.
Which is somewhat bad because if you can overcome an objection, and when I say overcome an objection, I don't want, sometimes people have a misperception of something. When I sold cars, you take them on a demo ride and they'd hear something in the trunk. And if you weren't there, you couldn't fix it. But if you were there, you'd open the trunk and say, here, it's the license plate bracket that's laying here in the trunk, right? Otherwise they go, this car has a noise. I'm not buying this car.
I know. And also for Asian country, the space is so small. People hide cashes, stuff is everywhere. So my mother won't even trust any cleaning lady to clean her house because her cash is everywhere. I think for them, she's always worried about what if there's a war, I could get my money and I can just leave. That's always their thing. So they always have extra food in the freezer. So I think that's another worry about, having someone come to your house.
Yeah, they have different things to worry about than we have.
Yep. So I want some people to be able to get in contact with you. What is the best way somebody can get in touch with you?
Okay, I always try to keep my communication really good with anyone, so they can contact me by phone call, 317-435-5199. They can text me, or they can email me at sunny.shuai@talktotucker.com.
Okay, so the number's 317-435-5199.
Yes.
And it's Sunny dot
Shuai,
which is
SHUAI at
Talk to Tucker.
Talk to Tucker, yes.
Talk to Tucker's a good one because that's an easy thing to remember.
I know.
Do they even go by FC Tucker anymore, or is it just Talk to Tucker?
I think they still go by FC Tucker.
Okay.
Yes.
I always wonder that. I've never asked. I'm glad I asked because I never know what to put down sometimes. Is it Talk to Tucker or Tucker?
Yeah.
Or FC Tucker? So which is it? So what would you say your superpower or superpowers are?
Me. So I don't hard worker person. I think I work hard.
Hard
That's
work?
hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nowhere too far away from me. I go everywhere. So, people always ask me which area I serve. There's no area I don't serve. So I can go all the way to Whiteland, I can go all the way to Wanamaker, and have clients in Avon. They're just all over the place. And I even have clients in Kokomo too. So.
Okay. So anywhere in Indiana
Yes.
you can do. And how do you do that? How do you learn the market wherever you're? I mean, obviously that's what you do. How do you do that?
So, of course, the website was a good way to learn, and also the tools we have. So I always try to, there's a lot of market status you can learn from my board, which is they provide you with a lot of things too. So I think, every once in a while, every week, I will pull the numbers out to see how the market trends goes. Also, I like some, lenders will provide you with some sort of market trend too. I like to read them too, so it's the good way to start.
Yeah. So how about the FC Tucker? Is it are they all over the state, or are they just in Indianapolis?
They're all over the state.
Okay, so you have that extra too, where you have
Yes.
plenty of people you can pull from to learn any information that you need.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
That's big. And to contact Ian or I, go to hardworkingmortgageguys.com. That's hardworkingmortgageguys.com. Or you can give us a call at 317-672-1938. That's 317-672-1938.
All right. So we're going to take a sidestep from real estate for a little bit. Let's get to know you a little bit more.
Okay.
And I know you're a hard worker, so I'm going to take away your phone, though.
Okay.
You cannot work for 24 hours.
Oh, that would drive me crazy. I'm pretty sure about that. So even I was in Shanghai for 2.5 months. So what I did is, because of different time zone, I had to figure out the technical difficulties, because Chinese government did block the Googles, and my work email is Google. And I overcome the work difficulty with the website and everything, and then I work at night. People calls me no matter what time, what hour, I'm still answering the phone, emails and everything, and then daytime I take my mother to the hospital. So there's no time I'm not working, even while I was in Shanghai, to help my mother with her chemo treatment.
It sounds like you forgot sleep.
If there's no doctor appointments that day, I will try to sleep as much as I can. So to make up my sleep time, yes.
Yeah, because you got to have sleep.
Yes, I do need to sleep.
Yeah, all of us do. We need sleep. Yeah, it's a vital piece for us all.
But what do you do for fun?
I like to cook. I love to cook. So actually, that's the way I built my business too. So I always hosting parties for clients. But that's my passion. So I'm not a person I like to go out to party. I don't drink. I don't do any, I'm a boring person. But my passion, if I don't feel well, I would go to the grocery store and buy a bunch of the ingredients and then make a nice dinner. And then after that, I felt great. Part of my stress relief. And because of that, and I also had a restaurant before. So some of my clients, every year, maybe at least once or twice a year, I would cook food for them.
So what food are you known for cooking?
Of course, Chinese food.
So I have to ask, we talked about it off air, but I think if people who are watching the video, they're going to want to know what happened to your hand.
So I don't have kids, but I really truly adore kids. So I took my nephew, who were study every single day in third grader, to a laser gun tag place, and one parent hit my pinky with his laser gun tag.
Oh.
So it's fractured, and then it was 2 days before I came back to the United States. I already have the closing set up. So, the doctors say you either have a surgery, you will recover 100%, or you might just have a cast. So, and to see, how, when you open the cast, he bent the my pinky back for me, but he said, you probably won't feel the same like you used to. So I said, okay, I take the risk because my plan's already set up and I already have the closing set up for that week, 2 closings. I came back with my cast.
Okay. So that happened in Shanghai?
Yes.
Wow.
So, here's the little detail in there. She's more worried about her closing
Yes.
Yeah, I
than she is
noticed
her
that.
own hand.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Yeah. The long-term effects of the hand are not as important as taking care of her client. That is impressive.
Because I have a closing in Kokomo. No one's going to drive to Kokomo for that closing. And that gentleman needs an interpreter. So I have to hire someone. So it was a job no one would like to take. And I have to be there for this gentleman so he can be represented properly.
Yeah.
So do you have to translate for
No,
a lot of your
hired-
customers,
No,
or
I hired
you
an
hire?
interpreter.
Oh, dude.
Yes, I think he deserved. It's just a $10. I joke around. I said that's the biggest sale I ever had, $10,000 deal. But I think he deserved a fair representation. So I hired an interpreter with me, drove her to the closing
What language did they speak?
Spanish.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why you weren't the interpreter.
Yeah, I won't.
Whoa. You don't know if she can't speak
I
Spanish.
don't know, but I'm guessing based on the fact that she wasn't the interpreter. I'm guessing that it's just a guess.
So how many languages do you speak, or in what languages?
Actually, I speak Mandarin. So Chinese dialects are completely different. So I'm from Shanghai. Of course, I speak Shanghai dialects. And then everyone we go to school now. I talk to my cousins in Mandarin because there's a language disappearance right now. So in Mandarin, I speak Mandarin all day. Then I met a friend here. They speak Cantonese. I learned Cantonese. So that's the three. And both my grandparents from Jiangsu province. So I have to learn how to speak Jiangsu province language. And then I learned Japanese while I was in college. But I completely forget about that because no one taught to me
Yep.
Japanese.
I took that in high school for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah.
I know some little phrases here and there, but I'm done.
Even English too. If I went to college, if there's a lot of new vocabularies. If I don't use them for a long time, and that's my second language, I forget. I will.
Yeah. If you don't use it,
Yes.
you lose it.
Yep.
Yes.
It may be, I don't know, is it easier to get back if you try to get it back?
Yeah, I think it's easy.
It comes back to
It
you.
comes back.
I barely speak English, so
Oh no.
that's about the
Better
only one
than
I got. That's about the only one I got. So when you look at it based on let's see, what do I want to ask? I'm going to change the question. How would you describe your brand?
Okay. So I really don't have. I haven't thought that problem. The branding yet because Yeah, I'm not good at marketing. Is not my strong
Okay.
part of it. But I think I try to brand myself as a what's it called? I like to help first-time home buyers. I like to help immigrants who want to achieve and buy houses here. Use my personal experience to help them. So I think that's part of my brand: a hardworking realtor, and help first-time home buyers, and help all the immigrants. I can help them to have their house,
Yeah.
to buy a house.
Yeah, I figured hardworking would be in there somewhere for the.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It takes hard work
Yeah.
to help a first-time home buyer. I think.
And I'll bet you're, when you say you're not good at marketing, I'll bet you're good at when you list a home, marketing that home to.
Oh, yes, I'm good at that too.
Yeah.
I'm good at it. So I help some clients. They don't have. Basically, I can't be a one-man person. So what I do is somebody show me a house, and then the person's in a nursing home. Then they tell me their budget, and then I can work according to their budget, make the house look presentable and then marketable, and then I will have my photographer. They don't even have to worry about the things. So I do a lot. That's one of my passion. I like to get the house with a little touch, make sure, and with my standard or the market standard, make sure they can get the best money back, the most money back.
So you're like a stager or decorator.
It's not more like, I can't say that way. I don't think I'm a good stager, but I am good at it. When I walk in the house, I know, hey, you need a fresh paint. Let's do this, do a little bit of that to make sure the house is marketable, and then we can put a market, you can get the best money out of it. So I'm good at this. I even flip house too, so.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
So do you have a team of people who you can connect with?
Oh, yes, I do. I have all the teams of people I can help and connect with. They will help me with that too.
Yeah, because that in certain markets is really just tough to get contractors to help you out.
Yes.
So it really matters to have an agent who has a good set of contractors that are going to be there and do a good job because they have that relationship.
Yeah, lucky to have a very reliable contract who will help me and who will help my clients, and they who understand my client's budget to help us do things, which is great. Yes.
Yeah. And so what would you, as you look at it and you think, okay, what two resources or couple resources that you've had that you think, man, if I hadn't had these resources, I would not be successful? Is there anything like that?
First of all, I have to say I have great friends. They're the best resources to me. you have to earn their trust, but I did. They support me tremendously. I never thought I would get those kind of support, but I did. I have my friend refer me to all their families, friends, and everybody, and I was, that will make my business successful this year too. Also, the resource, I have a great contractor who behind me, who helped me, who can make the house and get the house ready in timing no matter, so I can list the house, as soon as possible for the clients. And then also I have a great, the mortgage people who support me, help my clients to get rid of their stress and then, mortgage stress and to get ready to the closing table. That's very important. And the title rep too. I do agree the title rep did a great job to help me too.
Yeah. So I want to go back to this. You were talking that you love working with first-time home buyers, and especially people coming from out of country like you did and purchasing a home. So what does home ownership mean for them, whether it's financially or just mentally?
I think mentally they settle down. They feel like they belong to this country like me. I do feel that way too. And financially, they think they have some equity. They spend a lot of money renting, especially rent going up 30% in Indiana. They feel like their money, every money they put in, towards their equity. They build something for themselves. They can never build in their own country. So I think it's a good way, a sense of a belonging, and then they have something they built for their future. So that's very important for them, I think.
I think that is huge. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I have young kids and everything, and I try to get them, look, when we buy you something, it doesn't mean you can just destroy it, because when they buy something, they try to take care of it. And you try to get that. Same thing about buying a home. I mean, when they buy the home, they feel more connected to the community. They feel like, oh, let me take pride in this. So I think that's a huge point.
I do agree, because I talk to a lot of them. They're really proud of themselves too. They can actually settle down in this brand new country, and they work hard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So where do you see yourself going in the future? I mean, nothing's set in stone. So do you plan on forming a team? Do you plan on, what do you see in yourself, let's say 5-10 years?
I would like to form a team if there's a good opportunity and a good, fit for me. I would love to, because I think that's a good way, just like, it's really a good way, because then when I have something, my team will have my back and I can have their back too. Because, one person's team, somebody's always better than you in some field. Like, I have someone, they're good with marketing and I'm good with this. When we all merge together, we have a team, then we make each other better better agent, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a huge value of a team.
Yes.
I think that's probably a huge value being with FC Tucker, because you have that, even though you don't have a direct team, you have a team.
Yeah, we have a team. Oh, that's amazing, because our staff was great. They're on your team all the time. So they would check your files for you. They would do marketing for you. That's why I love the office environment. They're working for you. You feel like you are not alone. You have a team. That's true.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. So what would you, or what do you wish someone had told you, or you had been told when you first started in real estate?
When I first told it, I may not survive. It's a tough business. I have friends, brother owned a realtor school in Hawaii a long time ago. So I tell you, it's not going to be easy. That's all my friend told me. And I was like, hey, I know. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, and it wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, I mean, think about it. In the first 3 years, 90% of real estate agents fail.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about hard, that's harder than opening up your own company, because then they say first 5 years, 70% of people fail in your first company. So no, real estate is harder than opening up your own business. Technically, you're opening up your own business. So
yes, I agree with you. I do feel that way, but I think my previous business experience prepared me for that. So when I had a restaurant, I bought an existing business. I have clients. They come, when you have food, they come not to you, but to your food. You don't have to worry about, you probably worry about your business a little bit, how to increase your sale, but you don't have to worry about people come to you for food. But then when I had a construction business, I have a mental big dip down, because then I started to build my business. I have to be patient. There's times I feel like, okay, when I think I can get to the point I want to be. You have frustration, you also have that point too. But once you work hard to get to the point, understand it takes time to build your business. So because I prepared myself for that. So I'm sort of, when I join a real estate, I know I'm not going to be the first person to say, hey, I have 10 sales, the first year. I know that, so I prepared.
Yeah. So I want to help you prepare for the future. So if somebody's out there and they're listening to this and they want to get in contact with you, whether you're to buy, sell, or just talk real estate, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call me, text me, email me. My phone number is 317-435-5199. My email is SUNNY .SHUAI@talktotucker.com. And they can call me, email me anytime. I still answer my phone sometimes at 10:30 and more than that.
Wow. And to get a hold of Ian or I, go to hardworkingmortgageguys.com. That's hardworkingmortgageguys.com. Or you can give us a call at 317-672-1938. It's 317-672-1938. And before I let Ian say anything, I wanted to follow up on starting. I think that one of the big things that that impresses me is that you look at it as a business. Mm-hmm. And that's what I see a lot of people, new people getting into real estate or mortgages. They don't look at it as a business. So when you started a business, you had to buy things, right? You had to do things. You had to, and they come in and they think that they just sit there and people just show up. Yeah. And they don't put the work forward. But you understood it's a business, and there's things as a business you got to do.
Yes, I agree.
And you have, one of those things is you had to show up to the office, right?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, treat your every day like your first day. You're hungry, and then you're eager, you're optimistic, and that's every day you should be. You want to do things. And also when you're not busy, you always can. So now I'm busy. I'm actually lack of a lot of technology trainings because I don't have time to do it. I wish I had time, but I will have to make up for it. But when you're not busy, it's a perfect time, to go out and meet with the lender, to build your team. You need a team to work for you. You're not a one-man person. You cannot do everything. So you can meet with, the lender, meet with a title company to build your own team when you have the time.
Right.
So when you're ready, so you have the team support you. You have all the pieces together. That's very important.
Yeah. So with you being at the office as much as you are, what do you find yourself doing in the office?
Okay, I do spend some time chat with staffs in the office because they're just so nice. But actually, I will try to check my email, and I check markets every day. There's a lot. If I set up a search for someone, I don't just rely on the search. Every day I go on the market and check if there's anything maybe my client would be interested in. It's a good fit for my clients. Also, actually, I will go my schedules to see. If I have a listing, then I will go over with all the things I need to do. I try to make a listing list. What should I do? Marks and everything, check marks for everything so that I don't miss everything. So if I have multiple transactions, so I make myself go over with each trend. I give 30 minutes to each transaction. If they need more, they can get more time. So make sure I don't miss anything.
That is phenomenal because, your time management is the biggest thing for you.
Yes.
Which, as we stress, especially new people, is if you don't control your time, it will control you.
Yes, sometimes, you have multiple transactions and you really have to do a good time management. Mm-hmm. Make sure that, you're not unbalanced in life and at work.
All right. So we'll get into the question of the week, and I'm kind of curious on this one. Mm-hmm. What was your first car?
Okay, my first car is a green color Mazda used car, and I bought when I first came. And then that's my car.
Oh, wow. So you didn't have one over in Shanghai, or was it more walking like New York?
Okay, it's impossible to have a car in Shanghai. Even I have a driver license. I test drive the Tesla in Shanghai. Super cheap, $35,000 Model 1. But I tell myself, no, I can't. With the people walk on the street, Squirrels everywhere. Okay, it's amazing. People work so hard over there. The best thing for Shanghai is the delivery system. But in the big city, like New York City, it's impossible to deliver. Use your car to deliver. You can never get there. So scooter was the main transportation for all the delivery person. They deliver groceries, water, from food, drinks. It was great. But then it's a big trouble. If you drive your car, you have to not only watch the other cars and signs and then those people walking. It's impossible. So I give up.
Sounds like not a good place to drive.
Yes.
But it's a big city.
It's a big city.
How many people?
I think it's 24 million.
Yeah.
26, 24 million.
That's not just a big city. That's a humongous city.
Yes. So I decided. I gave up.
New York's only like 12 or 13 million, right?
Yes. It was chaos. It could be really chaos. Long time ago when I first came, it's not common for everybody to own the car, every family, but now every family owns the car. But I gave up on that. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. And also I'm very bad parker. I cannot park my car really well. So if I'm living in a big city, I will have problems. No, I can't deal with that.
You need one of those automatic parking cars. You just hit the button and it just parks you.
Yes.
I think there's so much new technology with cars. It's kind of interesting to see where those are going. So what kind of car do you drive today?
Toyota. No. I don't have a Toyota. I have a Honda. What's it called? Not CRV. HRV.
No. HRV. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I bought it in 2016 and I loved it. I never had a car payment. Even a lot of people suggest you should have a realtor car, but I like my little car and I like to have no car payments.
Yeah.
So since you drive all the time, roughly how many miles do you think are on your car right now?
A lot. Especially me, because I drove to Kokomo, Avon. I have clients at that time wants to see houses every single day. Basically, 45 minutes commute every day from my office to Avon every afternoon because the traffic is bad. Danville hour. So yeah, it's a lot. I just need a reliable car.
Yep. Now you got a Honda. I mean, the only more reliable is a Toyota, but I'm a little biased on that.
He drives a Toyota.
I know.
Yeah, he drives a Toyota, so that's why he says that.
I drove a Toyota before, RAV4. That's my second car.
Yeah. I just love cars, so I just.
You have a nice car then?
I just got rid of my BMW not too long ago, and now I have an Infiniti.
It's
So
a nice car.
I just like, I like good cars. I really, at some point, I'd like to get one of the new Corvettes, but I don't know if I really want one. They sit awful low, and I'm old.
I'm cheap.
But you work all the time, and you do really well. So what do you spend your money on?
I don't spend. So my mom taught me while I was in Shanghai, I never spent a penny. Because, my parents pays everything. So my mother said, oh my God, you're going to be in trouble. And start to save money. As soon as I come to the United States, I don't spend money. Because I know I don't want to turn back to ask my parents for money. And I have to save money because for emergency.
Yes.
So I'm a good saver and I'm very frugal.
And that's very good.
Yes.
That's a good thing. Which also probably means that when you're working with clients, it's not about the money at all because it's just taking care of the clients because you're not under financial pressure.
Yeah. Also, my problems, I work hard to make money, but I can care less about money. So I don't really see counts or everything every day. That's just not me. And then, a lot of clients, and actually I do help my client here and there too. So I don't mind. That's the thing. But I work hard for money because I know I don't want to, one day I need money. I don't have money. That's the things.
So what she's saying is, when we do our little education for kids again, we need to have her come in and talk about how to save money.
Yes.
So
yeah, but she sounds a lot like you and your wife.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know.
We're very frugal people.
It's good.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nice way I saw frugal. Bad, I always say cheap.
But you're willing to do what it takes to get your business, to take care of your business.
Oh yes, I do. I do. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you take care of your clients, and you do all that stuff. So it is amazing. You don't have kids. I have three boys, and it's amazing how you won't spend any money on yourself. Mm-hmm. But man, with your kids, and you may have that with your nieces and nephews.
That's my parents, yeah. They don't spend money on themselves. They're very frugal, but they spend all the money. They have no problem spending all the money on me.
Yeah.
Very. Yes, that's my parents.
It's how people are. It's most people, not everybody, but it is interesting that way. So, do you use social media for your business?
Do. I'm not very strong about that, but I do. I do have Instagram. I have Facebook. And I also have LinkedIn, but I'm not very active on LinkedIn.
Okay. Do you see that as a wave of the, it's obviously a wave now. Do you think it's going to continue? Is it something that you want to get better at?
I do want to get better at. I do, yes.
Yeah. So that goes along with my next question. So what would you, and it may be this, but what would you, looking at your business, what is one or two of your goals that you have to improve your business over the next year or two?
I do want to actually get better with all the technologies. I do. So there's a lot of technologies I haven't really have time to spend time to dig in, but I would love to. And the social media marketing. Marketing is super important. I want to do better with marketing. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the one toughest things is try to learn technology. And the reason is because as soon as you learn one technology, something else came out.
Yes, you're right. So we had all, as a realtor, everybody knows we have all the technology at once. So we have a new BLC, then we have this, what's it called, the broker bay, then the Tucker suddenly changed the CRM. So we have two CRM at the same time. So it's just all of the things could be overwhelming.
Yeah, there's always the little things that like, I tend to add additional products to my CRM so that I happen to like technology, but it's like, okay, so you do it, and it's like the first month or two.
I know.
Oh man, your brain is fried because of all the things you're learning, and it doesn't work, and then it is
frustration.
Yes.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you made a good choice, it actually helps out. It helps you. It helps your clients. It's a value or benefit.
I agree with you. Yes.
All right. So I like to hear stories. So I guarantee you have some really good ones. So what would you consider one of your most memorable transactions?
Actually, I have a few. Matter of fact, my client, they call me. So I'm so grateful that I have a great client I work with. So I got a text message from one of my clients. They say, I haven't heard from you for a long time. Are you okay? You forget about us? They want to cook for me. So I went to their house. I was invited to the Ethiopia sort of the festival by clients to their home. And then so last weekend, Sunday, I drove to my client's house and they cooked for me. They won't even eat. They watched me eat. It was
What'd they make?
Ethiopia food, and so they have this what's it called? She made some beef sautéed, and she made a catfish. She made her eat rice, and then bread, and just a lot, and salad. So yeah, she
went all out.
Yes, I also was invited by another client from Puerto Rico just a couple of days ago to have some coffee with her to see her new house. I am so grateful that my client want to do things with me and want me to be involved in their lives.
Yes.
It's great. And the recent one, I just closed a deal with a lady from Afghanistan. It's so nice to see their family. 3 ladies in the family get settled, find a new home. They're so happy. It's just great. Yes.
You know you're doing good when they invite you afterwards for food.
I know. It's real. Some clients, after the transaction's done, it's really weird. You've been together so much time. You do all the things together. You're like friends and family. But after the transaction, they just don't want anything to do with you. And I understand they have their space. But there's some clients just, they would like to invite you. They want to show you their new homes. It just makes you feel that's the best moment. It's not making money. It's see your clients, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I do pie deliver to my clients. So actually, I realized last year when I did the pie deliver, the best moment for me is you deliver to the pie to someone and they tell you they love their home. They're so happy living in their home. That's the best moment, being a realtor.
Yep. What type of pie?
Oh, I do pots and pans this year.
Oh, are you?
Yes. Be my client to get a pots and pans.
Pots and pans.
That's a really good pie. And raw ripple, I really like it.
Oh, okay. And then you get whatever flavor they want, or?
They give them 5 choices. I think it's the pumpkin, and then sweet potato, apple, and then maple pecan. That's the choices.
Okay.
And then creme brulee sugar cream pie.
They sound very sweet.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So I've got to think that you had to overcome a lot to get where you are.
Yes.
How do you overcome? What is your process for overcoming problems or situations so that that's helped you get where you are today?
You know what? First of all, I'm an introvert. It probably doesn't seem, everybody told me I'm an extrovert, but I'm an introvert, so I hate to call people. So the calling people moment, I have to get myself prepped for that. Call someone, and I may get rejections, I may get this, but I have to prep myself for that.
Okay.
So I do that. That's the actually biggest struggle I had in the past. I'm getting better. And then also, I think because of restaurant business, there's, I deal with a lot of people. So that helped me. So there's nothing, I feel like I don't complain. Every time I got a problem, instead of complaining, sit there sobbing, I just try to find a problem to solve the problem. Trying to find a way to solve the problem. So that's just my way. I never sit there and complain or crying or, that's just not my style. So when a problem occurred, the things I do, just get onto it and then try to find a way to solve it.
All right. So I don't want you to have to feel anxious or whatnot for people cold calling people or trying to get. I want people to contact you.
Okay. Thank you. That would be best. Thank you.
That is best.
What is the best way someone can get a hold of you?
They can call me, text me at 317-435-5199, or they can contact me, email me at sunny.shuai@talktotucker.com.
Perfect. And just real quick, do you have like one more tip or a story that you would like to share with the audience?
I don't.
No? All right.
I'm good.
You're good. You're all talked out.
Yes.
That introvert's coming out. And to get a hold of me or I, go to hardworkingmortgageguys.com. That's hardworkingmortgageguys.com. Or you can give us a call at 317-672-1938. That's 317-672-1938. That is just a call. You cannot text that number. And please follow us for more Indy's Real Estate Gurus.
And a reminder, if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or refinance, let us know. We'll be more than happy to. Sonny, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm sorry Rick had to twist your arm to get you up here, but we do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Branch NMLS number 33041. Rick Rittman's NMLS number 664589. Ian Arnold's NMLS number is 1995469. Equal housing opportunity. Some restrictions apply.